Georgia is still dealing with the consequences of the collapse of the Soviet Union. At this old military base, tons of ammunition have been abandoned, leading to fears explosives could fall into the wrong hands.
God, look at that. These are huge anti-aircraft missiles. These are the ones that each contain about 1.5 kilos of TNT. There's nobody guarding them. As you can see, we're just wandering around opening the cases. And these are actually really quite easy to turn into terrorist weapons, or to take the explosive that's in here, just inside the end here, and turn it into quite a significant bomb. Well, this one's locked by a piece of string. Hairs on my arms are standing up.
The rusty ones, they apparently are the ones that they found outside the base, ones that just people would steal and take them apart in the bushes, take copper parts and just throw them around.
You can see they're falling apart.
Yeah, and that means once they start rusting, they can explode on their own.
How many are there here? Do we know? Hundreds, thousands? Just in this room?
These are the 30,000 that they dismantled. Now they need to melt TNT out.
Scientists here are trying to dismantle the shells and remove the explosives, but they're hopelessly underfunded. I was then taken to see far more powerful rockets lying unprotected and unguarded. There's not even money for petrol for a lawnmower to cut the dry grass, a major fire risk.
There are 200 kilos of TNT in each rocket. One can destroy almost anything. They are extremely powerful. For example, a skyscraper, no problem.
How easy would it be for somebody to take the explosives in these missiles and use them in a terrorist weapon?
Everything is inside. That's why a small spark or static discharge will detonate them. You could detonate one with a small battery.
Well, this is the fence around the base. There is no fence. There's nothing there. The directors just mentioned that soon this base will be reclassified. At the moment it's a military base, so it has 5 guards. Soon it's not going to be a military base anymore, so even those 5 guards are going to be taken away. And all these guns, all the missiles, all the shells, tens of thousands of shells, will be completely unguarded, which is why we're not going to tell you where they are.
We travelled west to Abkhazia, the largest of Georgia's breakaway states. After declaring independence, they also fought a war with Georgia in the early 90s that killed thousands and ended in uneasy stalemate. The United Nations has an unarmed presence in Abkhazia.
This checkpoint is under Russian responsibility, and they're responsible for security here.
We'd been warned it would be difficult to get in, so UN peacekeepers said we could hitch a ride with one of their patrols through the southern part of the breakaway state.
So where are we now?
Now we are on Abkhazian side.
So we're in Abkhazia.
We are in Abkhazia. Oh, sorry. Sorry, we have.
So you can see the refugees.
Здравствуйте. Это официальные гости ЮН, журналисты.
Журналисты, документы их мне, пожалуйста. И кассету пускай вытаскивают. Запрещается.
It's forbidden to take shots. We will not.
We're just crossing back into Georgia from Abkhazia because the Abkhazian authorities have refused to allow us in. They're being completely uncooperative and refusing any ability to discuss things with us. They just say, "Nyeh," just kick us out.
We tried to enter Abkhazia several times, but were refused, like many others. When war broke out with Georgia, thousands fled and took refuge wherever they could. Years later, this old tea factory is still home to a number of families from Abkhazia.
What kind of life are you talking about? Do you call this life? There's no electricity, no food, no water. This is not life.
They get electricity for 2 or 3 hours every 15 days. And they have running water only when they have electricity.
He told me his final wish was to be buried in Abkhazia, his homeland.
It's our tradition that we cannot be buried outside our country. We have to be buried in our own land.
He's now telling the story. He's like, oh, the easiest way to get to Abkhazia is to die and get yourself a place at the cemetery.
I wonder if we can lower them and raise them. This is ridiculous. I mean, what the hell are these? What the hell are they all doing here? How are we allowed just to walk in here?